Hello friends, foes, and other watchers on the internet. My name is Matt, you're watching Hogwash Gaming, and today, I'm really excited. I just got Twilight Imperium. Now, this game is huge, and it's very, very, very complicated from what I understand. So, I am going to just do an unboxing today, and we'll see what's in here. Alright, so here we go. We've got Twilight Imperium, and we're gonna open this box rather slowly, apparently. There we go. Alright, I'll put the cover over here to be safe. Now, the first thing that I noticed, and I've researched some of this game, but it was a while ago, so I remember some parts of it, and other parts not so much. So, let's take a look. But we have tokens and planet hexes. So that's a good thing. Yeah, and it looks like there's a lot of tokens that are going to be punched out. What do we got here? We've got a Learn to Play manual, and then there's the lore compendium and the rules reference. So already we have 3 game manuals. I'm assuming this is more of a storybook kind of thing. Yeah, it's got some great art in it. I mean, can't complain about that. Yeah, but this is not necessary for gameplay, though if you really want to get into the world of it, which I do, we'll keep that around. So let's put these to the side for now. Alright. Next up, we have what looks to be strategy sheets and reminders, because apparently there are lots of actions you can take on your turn. And so these are the sheets that keep track of all of that. Apparently they're color-coded according to which team you're playing as. And from what I can understand, this is a 3 to 6 player game. Let me just look on here. Maybe it says nope. Nope and nope. But anyway, so we've got these player sheets. Interesting. But I'm gonna put all these together because we've got a lot more in the box. Alright. We've got race sheets or empire sheets or something like that. It's basically what your player is playing as. Wow. There's a lot here. Okay. So we have these different races that you can play as. Try to get better now that we actually got something interesting to look at. Yeah, ooh, there's the droid race. That would be fun to play as. I wonder if you can. Who knows? Moving on. Yeah. If/when I make a video on how to play this game, we'll take a look at these more in depth as the game plays out. So we'll put these. Actually, I'm gonna put these back in the bags just so I'm not losing them / losing track of where each one goes. And yeah, we'll unwrap these and punch out the tokens, but for now I just want to take a look at what we've got. Alright, so we have, looks like little stacks of cards here. I'm pretty sure these are color-coded as well for different players. There might be okay, there's slots there. There might be cards that don't necessarily go with certain certain races, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. Alright. And we have more cards underneath each one of these, which are just bags of what look to be spaceships. Starships. I mean, wow. Take a look. Let me see if I can get closer here. And this is just one type, but there's a whole bunch of different types in there. But like, heck, if you didn't like Twilight Imperium, I mean, just get it for the models. Yeah. And then there's like, this looks like a battle cruiser of types, sorts. Yeah. I mean, that's almost Old Republic. Yeah, and I'll just show you a couple more. I think they call this a War Sun or something. Let me see if I can get it so it focuses. There we go. That or Citadel or something. And then this is just your average space station. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna have to take a look. I think each color is the same models, just different color. I'll have to double check on that, which would make sense simplicity wise, but I feel it diminishes a little bit of the variety what we have. Let me take a look. This looks like it's the same thing. Yeah. Yep. Both the same. I'll just show you up close. And yeah, I'll learn more about this game later and let you know if I find something that proves what I say in this video wrong. I will definitely do that. Got more cards underneath these guys. It's gonna be an interesting chore storing everything. Cards under here, yes. Cards under here, yes. And let me guess, there are cards under here. Yep. Alright. So we have 6 colors. We have black, blue, yellow, red, green, and purple, or violet, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So that's very, very cool. Better close this up so I don't spill any. Alright, so we also have 8 D10s in here. That's pretty dang useful. Outside of the game. So yeah, let's move the camera up a little closer as we start unwrapping these. Alright, so we have these cards. I'm gonna try to keep them kind of together, but I want to look at them. Because obviously some cards are meant for particular things, and I want to make sure that they stay that way. Because these are blue, and they all have the same emblem on them. But strangely enough, they have these different colors here, so I think they represent something different. These look like action cards. Yeah, so these look like special abilities you can use. And then this one looks like special ships. So this is, I think blue players actions, blue players ships, and then we got red players actions, and if the pattern holds true, it'll be red players ships. Yep, there they are. Yep. And I think that's cool to the extent of like I don't think the colors are necessarily locked to the races, and we'll take a look at the race cards. This civilization sheet's a little closer, but I don't think that the colors of the game pieces, or whatever color you're playing with, is locked to the civilization you play. So I could always play as red, but I could be I don't know if any of these are playable. I didn't see them in the rulebook. I could be the barony of Letnev, and then I could be snake people? I don't know. I could be the Federation of Sol later. I'm sorry if I'm going a little too fast. I'm just trying to look through all of this. Yeah, it looks like I've gone through all of them. But anyway. So, yeah, the colors aren't linked to the races themselves. It's just the player. Which is probably why all of the game pieces are the same shape. It's just because they didn't want to link the colors with a certain race, which makes sense. Alright, zip this back up. Keep these protected from the elements of my room, because they are caustic. Alright, so if this plays out the way I think it does, this will just be purple and another color, and it will be the actions and the ships. And keep in mind, I've never played this game. I've only watched how to play online, and that was a long time ago. So we have red and purple, or green and purple, red and blue. So this will be yellow and black, I would think. Alright, let's take a look at this. Come on. Fingernails. Sometimes they work. And this wrapping material is a little annoying, but we got it. It's gonna get thrown away anyway. Alright, we didn't damage the cards undoing them. So yeah, yellow and black. I was right. I don't know if I'm holding my hands in the right location. Yep. Okay. So we got that. Cool. And I think they get stored under their color in the box. So that'll be fun. It'll be good. Alright, these. These look like objective cards, at least the bottom one does. So, from what I understand, in order to win this game, you have to get 10 victory points. And the victory points are obtained in a lot of ways. And I think some of them are based off of these cards, like objectives that you have to take. But, yeah. But other things can be conquests. There's diplomatic things that you can do, which is why I think there are more clans than there are actual players. It's because there will be other civilizations that you can't play as. Alright, so these look like event cards. And that's what it looks like to me. I'm not going to read them all because that'll spoil the surprise. I like to keep myself in the dark when it comes to events-based games. Not knowing what could happen in the game is what makes it fun for me. Alright, so in these, yeah, these look like victory cards. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what these are. Is just different types of victory. Maybe this is worth 1 victory, and that's, are all of these 1? Yeah, it looks like it. So maybe there's phases in the game. I don't know. Let's put those there. Alright, these look different. Where's the tab? There's the tab. All around, take the cap off, and pull the bottom off. Alright, let's take a look at these. This has a box on it. Okay, research agreement. Acquiescence. Okay, these look like diplomatic cards. And there are a lot of them. Let's look down here. Trade agreement. Yeah, this looks like things that you can use diplomatically. Interesting. Oh, and we've got some of these in here, so I'll put the diplomatic stuff over here. And we'll take a look at these. Shields holding. Before you assign hits to your ships during a base combat or space combat, cancel up to 2 hits. Okay, that's the same thing. These look like combat cards. So we have diplomatic cards, and then these look like combat cards. I'll try to keep everything where you can see them. Got plenty of room down here. I should probably put things down there now. Alright. Combat, 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 combat. Let's make sure these are combat. Yep. All these seem combat related. You'd think that was a big part of the game. Though, quite honestly, from what I hear, combat is something that you want to avoid in this game. Which is interesting considering how many ships and stuff there are. But maybe the ships and whatnot are the deterrent. You know, Cold War stuff. Alright, so these look like planet cards. And I'm pretty sure there's a card in here for every planet that is in the game. And I think each one gives you a certain amount of production and culture or whatever. Yeah, so these all look like planet stuff. Alright, so we have planet cards. Cool. And then we have these. One thing I like is these cards are very distinct from each other. So if they ever get messed up, they'll be easier to sort. Though, as with any game with cards, messing up cards is obnoxious. What are these? Trade policies, gatefolding. Oh, these look like symbols on here. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, there should be. Yep. Okay, so these two match. So apparently each race has cards too. I should probably call them something other than race, but whatever. gonna call them races for now because that's what they're called on video games. Alright, so we've got more victory point cards. These look like they're combat based. Alright, and then these have a 2 check or an equal sign, depending how you look at it, but I'm pretty sure this is 1, this is 2, so these should count for 2 points. And that's what they are apparently. Yep, they're all worth 2 points. So, yeah. These are the cards you play to score things. And yeah. So those are all the cards. Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna pick up all the cards real quick and then we will punch out tokens and stuff, which will be really fun. Alright, let's get these opened. We have a lot of tokens and a lot of planets. And I'm looking forward to seeing each one of them and popping them out for your enjoyment. It must be satisfying. Or something. I don't know. Yes, once I get through this plastic, they do a relatively good job of making sure that if something has been tampered with, you will notice, because it's very difficult to get through the packaging, which can be a plus or a minus. This isn't a review video. It's just what to expect if you're thinking of getting this game, which is the majority of my videos. Alright, there we go. There we go. Whew, that's a lot of cardboard. Okay, let's start off with this planet, Jord, which I may be mistaken, but might be Earth. Might be. I don't know. I just know this symbol is the human symbol in the game. So, is Jord. And the rest are fictional. Pretty sure. Right, so we got Mole Primus. You know what would be fun is if I got the races out and we took a look at the symbols and see if we can find out where people are from. That might be cool. Alright, so this green symbol is the Arborek homeworld. Nestafar or Nesfar. Yeah. There's that. And then this triangle-y thing is the Mintak Coalition. So they come from Mole Primus, and of course I've already pointed out the Federation of Soul comes from Jord. So cool. Alright, I'm just gonna pop these tokens out for the Federation. Bump the tripod a little. Mess things up. I have no idea what these tokens are for. I think they are for planets that you own but you don't have troops on, just to show that, hey, I own this and I control it. I just don't have any troops there. which is good because then you can put your troops elsewhere. But anyway, interesting. These tokens have the symbol of your team on one side and then a starship on the other. Dual rolls, maybe? These little ones just have the emblem on each side. So that's an interesting thing. I'm also noticing that these didn't come with little baggies, which could be a pain. Fortunately, I have bought dice sets that have come in little black baggies, so I might just put them in there. But until then, I will scooch these over here and pop all this out. Right. This is the Mentec Coalition. I like the orange feel to them, the brown orange. I've always liked ochre kind of styles. Alright, and then we've got a little bit of flame here, and that's from Muat, which we will look up soon, and Darien and 000. And it tells me 000 is where the droids are from. Just a hunch. This is odd, yes. But you could use this for like sci-fi stencil. I don't think I am. I mean, that's a lot of work. But yeah, if you wanted to make something futuristic, you could totally use that as a stencil. Interesting. Okay. So what we have here, the L1Z1X MindNet, which is where 000 is from. Yeah, these people look like either total android or extreme cyborg. I don't see a lot that's biological there. So that's where they're from. Move that over there. Alright, and then we have Darien, which is the home of the Yin Brotherhood, apparently. Cool. And Muat. I'm probably pronouncing these all wrong, but since there's no one here to tell me, I'm just gonna say it, and then you can leave in the comments your angry replies. Ah, here we go. The Embers of Muat. That was pretty easy to find. Okay, cool. So, they live there. They look like a robotic race as well. That, or just people that live in chambers, which is a cool concept. I'll read about the lore and everything later, because I can. Alright, so I will just start shifting everything this way, because you've already seen them. Next up, we have a bunch of Muat tokens. It might be Muat. Who cares? Who knows? There are probably some diehards that are like, that's not how you pronounce it. But then I have to wonder why they are watching a unboxing video on a game that they already know what it contains. I do not begrudge you, I simply am curious. I don't watch unboxings for Dominion anymore, because I own it. And I know what's inside it. Alright, we've got more planets with more symbols associated with them, so we've already seen the L1Z1X, we've already seen Moat, we've already seen Yin Brotherhood, we've already seen the Arborek. Let's see, this is a dual planet thing. Apparently their system has 2 planets in it. But this is the clan of Sar, and it has Lysis 2 and Rog. And that is planets. Or uncharted things. I'm not sure what that is actually. I'm not sure if you have to discover planets or something. That'd be cool. Anyway, so that's the little clan of Sar. Pretty cool people. Look like Cat Tusken Raiders out for blood. I like it. Alright, next up we have another dual system. This is Nar and Joel, and it's something like an oyster and pearl situation here. So, well, that would make sense. It's universities of Joel Nar, and there's Joel and there's Nar. Logic. Cool. It looks like they're living in exosuits to keep them alive. Very cool. Next up, we have, let's pop this one out. Another dual system, and it's Arc Prime and Ren Terra. Let's see, and that would be the Barony of Letnev. Cool. Very cool. Then we have Mordai 2. And that is kind of a that's the necrovirus. Population error, government error, leadership error. 010101. Very, very cool. Alright, so that's where they live, apparently. Or exist. That's where they exist. Alright, another dual system. We've got Maluk and Dura. And that symbol I cannot find. That's a star. That's a circle. That's that. That's that. I can't find that symbol. I don't know if... Is it this one? Ah, here it is. The Nalu Collective. It's the Yanti from Dungeons and Dragons, it looks like. Alright. So moving on. We have Winnu. And Winnu belongs to the Winnu. Makes sense. Cool. And then we've got a lot of tokens. I'm sure this is very exciting. Such skill. Alright, so we have all of these tokens. Try not to lose them all. And then we'll move on to these gray ones. Alright. That's 2 down. Alright. Let's get these all back where they belong. Alright. Ooh. Looks like we've got some fun stuff ahead. Let's take a look at this. This is Trenlac and Quinara, and it is the home of, looks like the Sardak Nor, insect kind of character. Yeah, looks like the Zerg. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this because it would take a while, unless you want to see videos of me reading this lore and doing videos, but that's not what this video is for. So that's where they're from. Cool. Next up, we have another dual system. And this is Archon Ren and Archon Tau. And it's from the Cha Kingdom. Cha. Not sure how one would pronounce that, but I just did. Cha. Yeah. I'm interested to see what these dual systems means for the game as a whole, opposed to singular. Alright, and I think I see the next one already. There's another dual system. Reptilian and Shalou. Is that a Q at the end or a O? Might be a Q. Shaluk. So yeah. This is the Yssaril tribes. Yeah, something like that. That's where they're from. Cool. Moving on. We have a jellyfish kind of nebula thing. That might be a wormhole. I don't know. But it is the home of the ghosts of Creus. And as far as I can see, this thing has no name. So the ghosts of Creus don't belong to a planet, which leads me to believe that they are not a playable race. Let me see this. And 3 planets, and that's the Emirates of Hakan. Very lion-esque people, which I really like and will probably play. Granted, someone else doesn't choose it first, but I like how these guys look. It's pretty awesome. Alright. So, the last one here, and I realize we haven't... Oh, we've already looked at these planets, so those are done. Goodbye. And they fall on the floor. Alright, well, they're not getting hurt there yet. Yeah, so this is Mechatol Rex. And this is, from what I understand, one of the objectives of the game is you get a lot of victory points if you own Mechatol Rex. Apparently this was like their Coruscant. This was the capital of everything. And then people got greedy, and people got dangerous, and people destroyed it all. But it still has a lot of wealth on it, so, and a lot of prestige. You know, whoever rules Rome rules the world, even if it is in ruins. You know, that's the kind of thought. Anyway, Mechatol Rex. And a lot of little things to punch out. Do-de-do-de-do. Alright, next planets we've got is Vefut 2, Vefut 2nd, whatever you want to call it. We've got Wellon. And I don't know how good or bad these planets are, because I don't know if, yeah, I've never played. So, Now I'm guessing, since like these have 1 and 1, they're not terrific, opposed to this one that has 2 and 2, which is a little better, I would think. But you know, first place is a 1. I don't know. So let's get rid of all these and continue punching out little tokens, which I will fast forward for you. Alright, and then we've got Lodor, and it looks like a wormhole of sorts. And then we've got Tikran and Torkan, which is not confusing at all. Then we've got Quan, and another wormhole it looks like. And New Albion. Oops. And Starpoint. Interesting. I have no idea what some of these symbols around here are, like that one and that one. No idea. Quinsen and Raran. Milon and Zobat. We're getting into the Pokemon world. Zobat. My apologies. Alright, next up we have Skolag and Lazar. And there's Dalbutha and Xehan. Whatever. Cornique. I think that's a Q. Cornique and Rescalon. Centauri and Growl. Berrig and Lerta 4. Arnor and Lore. Oh, that's not confusing. Look at that. They put purple and dark red right next to each other. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, these are two different things, and they put them right next to each other, but they look a lot alike. Great. So I gotta pay attention. And next up, it looks like we have empty space, which is cool. We've got empty space, empty space, and then looks like we have a black hole, which one might argue is emptier space. I don't know. It's probably more massive, therefore not empty. But wormhole, wormhole. Come on. And nebula thing. And more tokens. And then looks like we've got more empty space and emptier space. And this looks like, yeah, a little bit of just empty space that they wanted to look nice. And then we have these meteor things. Now I've noticed like the sun and the meteors and some of the other things that we've gotten out, the red little things, and that might be a hazardous place. That would be kind of cool thing, if that's the case. I mean, they have red backs, so apparently they're dangerous. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it too far into it. Let me know in the comments. And then I will find out, and then I'll be like, yeah, I know that now. Alright. Wow, this one's a weird shape. Look at this. It's like a hurricane symbol. Croesus. I don't know. I don't know what this is. It doesn't fit on the grid, I don't think. I don't know what this is. I don't know if you can even see it. No. It's like a hurricane symbol of sorts. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, there's that. And then we've got Abyss and Freya. And then we've got Mir and Arinam. Wow. And we're reaching the last of the race tokens, I think. So we'll just pop these in here. Boom, boom, boom. There's so many of these. Alright, before I get poking out things that look like they're actually a different part of the game, I'm going to sweep all these up and put them in the box. Alright, let's move on to these tokens. And it would seem that they are double-sided, which means they are multi-useful? I don't know. Let's start poking things out. Yeah, I'm going to be storing all of these together so I'm not being super sorty. And they had like one little extra guy here. Boom. They just had to have one extra. So I'll pop them in there with the rest. Boom. And now for these fighter tokens, I think. Let's do it. That didn't work like I wanted it to. Alright, so these are bigger than these, obviously. Boom. So I'm wondering if they just count for more fighters. I don't know. Then we've got these wormhole things. And that's that one. But wait, there's more. And this one is really interesting because these are tactics or strategy cards or something like that. And each one has a different function. So basically, I think at the beginning of each round, everyone chooses a strategy. And the number on the strategy, I think, is makes it so we know which order you're going in. So you might want to take 1, or in this case 7. So the primary ability and then the secondary ability. So when you take that kind of strategy, like if you go technology, then your strategy, this helps your strategy out. So we go there. And then let's look at 8. Imperial. Yeah, this gives you abilities that help you build an empire. Warfare is number 6. I guess we're counting down. Trade is number 5. Construction is number 4. Politics is number 3. Diplomacy is number 2. And leadership is number 1. Interesting. We also have a little marker. Like a little track. It's kind of like on Pandemic or whatever that's called. Yeah, I think the game's called Pandemic. Where you're keeping track of where your score is, and the first one to 10 wins. So, there you go. That's the tracker. Alright, what are these? 0 and... It looks like a race's token, but there's only one of them. And then there's a victory point for something. I don't know. Let's take a look at this. We have, these look like voting chips. Apparently someone can X and Y, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what that is. We've got these bigger tokens that kind of look like the other things. We'll figure out what all of these do in a later video when I figure out how to play this. Alright, rolling things. Things with gold on the back and silver on the front, or vice versa, depending on how you look at it. Perspective is key. And proof of purchase. I never understood proof of purchases. Because couldn't you just copy one? And say, hey, I bought it. And be a liar? I don't know. I don't know. Leave in the comments what proof of purchases do. Because I have no clue. And this, I know what this is. This is the speaker. And this one is just to get things going. I think there's a thing where the speaker just is like the starting point. Like if something happens, like a galactic council or something, I don't know. The speaker always goes first. I don't know. Anyway, that is all the token stuff from the game Twilight Imperium. We have unboxed it all. It's all ready to play. Yeah, I've just got to figure out what to do with all of these empty token sprues, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I use them as a stencil for some sci-fi work or something. If I get some spray paint and through them, I don't know. Well, that's it for Twilight Imperium. We've unboxed it all. I'll show you how tight this is. These are all of those race tokens. They're all packed in there. Definitely not a lot of wiggle room. And quite honestly, when we play, we're probably going to have to dig all of that out, which is a little obnoxious. I might get some baggies for those, just to make it a little easier. And then I'm assuming, like, this stuff goes over here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And, yeah. So, what's nice, I'll try to show you. This is set up right, is all your planets kind of, yeah, sort them out like so. And then you just slide them in there. And they kind of settle in there. Cool. Same there. And you kind of even it out, I guess. fairly evenly distributed. And then you take this little whirligig thing, pop it there, I guess. I wonder. No, these don't do that. I was wondering if you fit them together, if they would go in there. Because there's plenty of room there. But yeah, this whirligig thing goes there. Flywheel of sorts. Then this I don't know. Some of the other stuff like the race things might go in there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's a very expensive game. You've got a lot to do. And it takes a while to unbox. So thanks for sticking with me. And until next time, this is Hogwash. Over and out. I'll catch you later.